Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I raise on the matter of national importance concerning the work going on at the Karuma Bridge. Right Honourable Speaker, work started 2 days ago on Monday. The Karuma Bridge was blocked for all kind of movement, pedestrians, cyclists, motor vehicles, and all those. Right Honourable Speaker, the minister directed that the road should be diverted. Those who are traveling from northern Uganda, Lango, Acholi, and West Nile should follow the road that passes through the park, Maison Falls, Bulisa, Oima, Chiboga to Kampala. And another route that moved direct from Pakwach to Masindi, that road was blocked by the minister, and the directive was given that if you want to follow that route, you must pay. Right Honourable Speaker, when I was there yesterday in the morning, buses are paying 210,000, and all the passengers are supposed to pay 25,000 shillings each. Taxis are paying 40,000 shillings. All the passengers are paying 25,000 shillings each. And all vehicles, like my car that I was traveling in, I paid 40,000 shillings plus 25,000 shillings for my personal movement. Right Honourable Speaker, now the bus owners, the business community in northern Uganda are not happy, and the community of northern Uganda are not happy at all, Right Honourable Speaker. You have to put high amount of money, and when you reach the gate, you have to pay 25,000 shillings on top of the money you are paying. Right now, the transport from Kitgum, Gulu to Kampala is now going to 125,000 shillings. It used to be 30,000 and 40,000.
Prayers, Honourable.
Right Honourable Speaker, our prayer is that the minister in charge of tourism should allow vehicle passed from Mason Falls to Masindi free of charge without payment. Right Honourable Speaker, the minister gave the deadline from now until when the work in Karuma is done. Second prayers is that, Right Honourable Speaker, the Minister of Works should allow the Sino Bridge at Karuma to be open for the small cars. Right now, the community who are at Karuma, the only hospital that they have is across the bridge. And many of them are farming across the bridge. Now the road is blocked. Those ones who are staying in Karuma, they have to come via Masindi, they have to go via Apache, which is very active, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable.
I pray that the minister should take concern very seriously.
Thank you.
Let me take information, Right Honourable Speaker.
Please, I'm telling you, you've concluded and you're taking information. Honourable colleagues, this issue has been brought to my office by around 7 MPs. It's the same issue. Okay? It's the same issue. So, in the interest of time, Honourable Gilbert Oranya has represented all of you on this issue. Please. But I have decided, when you say, I know, but I don't have that time today. Honourable Minister for Tourism. Tomorrow I can have more, but today.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. And I want to thank the Honourable Gilbert Olanya for raising this matter. And I want to thank government for working on the Karuma Bridge and resolving that challenge once and for all. It's indeed true that there were concerns raised by colleague members of Parliament, but very many members of the public over the decision we had taken to maintain the Bugungu Junction, Kampala, Masindi Road for the tourists, and only open the Hoima, Para, Bugungu Junction Road for every other road user. But yesterday, Right Honorable Speaker, we had an interaction with the Minister of Works, and we agreed that we will allow buses go through the Masindi, Para, Bugungu Junction Road, which is 287 kilometers, but allow all the others access the park through the Hoima, Para, Bugungu Junction. Just a minute, colleagues, which is, just a minute, which is 315 kilometers. It is a difference of 28 kilometers. And Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, this is where the challenge is. Because the moment we open the entire park to all kinds of vehicles, we will not have a mechanism of differentiating a tourist vehicle from a public vehicle. Yes, unless you're saying that we open the park to everyone and we do not collect revenues until the bridge is repaired. That is the...
Honourable Minister, this is for how long? This is for how long?
Right Honourable Speaker, I don't know how much time Works needs to resolve the matter. But the challenge that we have, Right Honourable Speaker, we can strike a compromise, and this is a discussion I was having with colleagues. And I request members just for a minute. I request for your indulgence for a minute. Because we know all the vehicles that do public transport, we can agree and allow the matatus or the taxis that are well labeled for public transport and the buses. But the moment we open the second route, because we've left the other route that is only extensive by only...
Honourable Minister.
Yes.
Honourable Minister, there are issues and directives which you know you give out, and the public is going to react in a certain manner. I have always guided ministers that for such a matter, call MPs from affected areas and meet them, other than saying you're coming to solve it on this floor. I can tell you, even if I give you 2 hours, that compromise you're asking for, you can't have it here, because you never raised revenue during COVID. Okay? Now, the MPs have been coming to me and saying, when you look at the amount of money you're going to collect from the national park versus the business you are going to kill during that time for the region, they don't add up. Okay? Why don't you call these MPs and you meet them?
Right Honourable Speaker, yeah. I take your guidance and I'll call the MPs. But I want to leave this on record, Right Honourable Speaker, that the second route that goes to the park, that is Kampala, Hoima, Bugungu, Tangi Gate, is only an addition of 28 kilometers, and it's fully tarmacked. Yes, and it also goes through the park. So it's an inconvenience of an additional 20 kilometers. And I can bring figures of how much we will lose in terms of tourism revenue.
Honourable Edakas, then Honourable Judith Sadia.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, thank you so much. Honourable Minister, I want to thank you for your response. Mr. Speaker, I would like to implore you. I have been on these roads, and very recently. And I have traveled both on the road from Tangi all the way to the Masindi, the gate that is manned by UWA. I have also used the road that goes through Bulisa and come all the way to Chiboga. I have used the same road from Hoima and Hoima and turn back to Masindi and join our main road here. The issue for me is, while we talk about the piece that needs to be crossed, it's a very short piece. The point from the Bulisa border to all joining Para and joining to Tangi is a very short distance. The advantage is this. When you move on that road, you are supposed to move at 40 kilometers. And Speaker, I appreciate it because I drove there myself. At 40 kilometers, you are even faster for some animals. I witnessed 2 trucks almost kill a pregnant lion. Yes, I was there myself. Yes, a mother.
How did you know
lioness.
it was pregnant?
A
Was it
lioness.
satisfied or pregnant?
Wait.
Oh, you go.
So while we talk about, yes, it's a mother lioness, and we were there with the ranger. Yeah. And we had been following that lioness, and the trucks came face to face. So first point I want to note for us to this house to note is that even the speed of 40 kilometers is faster for moving on that park.
But what solution are you providing, Honorable? Because
I would like the minister to take his stand that the junction so far provided is sufficient because it reduces the time within which we cross the park.
Thank you.
And the investment on those animals would be preserved in the next 3 months.
Honorable Adiek, Honorable Judith Adiek.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker and members, the closure of Karuma Bridge is a very serious issue. From the time when it was announced that it would be closed, and definitely it was closed on Monday this week. Right Honorable Speaker, I moved through Masindi Port. Masindi Port has now 2 small ferries. And these ferries are very old ferries. And the traffic on Masindi Port, Right Honorable Speaker, when you arrive there, is alarming. The line is so long. Yes, Right Honorable. Now, I know that government did a good job by considering rehabilitating Karuma Bridge, which was in a very sorry state. And this was done to safeguard public life, the life of the road users. Right Honorable Speaker, the planning for other alternative routes have not been done well, Right Honorable. I want to announce in this August House, Right Honorable Speaker, that Ministry of Works and Transport left out some routes not considered to be used as diversional routes. Right Honorable Speaker, we have a bridge constructed on the eastern part of Karuma Falls. And that bridge has been constructed for the power dam. And Right Honorable Speaker, the bridge is strong enough even to carry the traffic that would pass there. And I wonder why Ministry of Works cannot consider the other eastern bridge for an alternative route, one of the alternative routes that can be used by the road users. Right Honorable Speaker, as I speak now, the people who have been referred to the hospitals, to Mulago, to where, cannot really save life. Let me tell you, Right Honorable, ambulances are suffering. Huh? Yes, ambulances with patients inside. You have to wait with a patient in an ambulance, crossing, taking the longer routes via the park, limiting the speeds. Honorable Minister, please, let this parliament solve these issues now.
Yes. Thank you. Now, Minister for National Guidance, this is a multi-sectoral issue.